So before we get too far into this video, I just want you to understand 100% why I'm doing this video. It's to stop comments telling me over the next few months that it's too early for Wrath. I had exactly the same when I was putting TBC content out. I want to justify why you're going to start seeing regular Wrath content on here, in amongst the Season of Mastery and general sort of TBC updates and things like that. And then secondly, really, so you can get a good idea on when Wrath is going to come, based on research, based on evidence, based on past experiences with Blizzard and their expansions, so you can get prepared as well. Because when we get into this timeline, trust me, if I do 2 to 3 videos, let's say 2 on average a week, on Wrath of the Lich King, I will not get through all the videos that I want to get on the channel ready for launch before it launches. At like 100%, there's no way. Things will have to be cut out. I want to arm you guys with all the information on, you know, how all the specs change, pre-bis lists, fastest way to get into raids, raid guides, you know, PvE guides, all, you know, the basic stuff, the stuff that I prepared this channel for when TBC Classic launched. So let's look at the timeline and why I think it's going to come sooner than you probably expect. So we're currently in week 7 of the arena seasons, and this is how I'm going to base a lot of it. Not just on, oh well, TBC lasted 22 months back in the day, which was how long it lasted, by the way, but obviously an average arena season is about 20 weeks. Season 1 of TBC Classic was only around 12 weeks, which was super short. In fact, it was the second shortest arena season in the history of WoW, only being beat out by an 11-week season that we had. And the longest seasons run into the mid to high 30s. Now, obviously, we know that that's too long. 20 is sort of the sweet spot, so we have to base each phase which has an arena season on around a 5-month cycle. So we're already 7 weeks into season 2. So if we say an average 20-week season, which is a decent length as I've said in the grand scheme of things, this means by the end of January we should have tier 6. Fast forward another 20 weeks or 5 months of raiding the same content, and we're now not even halfway through next year. It would actually be smack bang in the middle of May, with the normal kind of 1 week off season reset like you would expect, which would take us, let's say, to the end of May for Phase 4 launch. Which, remember, we pretty much have all the content that came with patch 2.3 back in the day. All we're going to basically get is Zola Man, which Zola Man with no arena season. So let's say we've already had 20 weeks. We're now in May. No arena season reset, it's still just a continuation of season 3. So you would expect just a 10-man raid sort of phase, which that's all we're getting, just a 10-man raid. I personally see 10 to 12 weeks absolute maximum, and I think 10 weeks would be around about what to expect, because if we say 20 weeks of PvP season 3 plus an extra 10 weeks from phase 4 drop in, that's still 30 weeks. That's a long old PvP season, unless they do something where they actually split that, you know, if they done it at like 24 weeks, something like that, and then they started the season early. But they have said that the season's going to come with Arena Season 4 comes with Phase 5, which if we was going to say we're in May, we've just had Zola Man, which is Phase 4, go forward 10 to 12 weeks, we're going to have Sunwell around August. And this, literally with another average 20-week season, would take us to December next year. And I would say that's at the maximum. I could actually see a really short Season 4, if I'm honest, around 16 weeks. And then having that pre-patch hit around end of November, beginning of December. And why is this relevant? Because you've also then got to remember 3 to 4 months before that, which is normally average for a beta, starting from the closed beta, we're going to be playing Wrath of the Lich King, the beta, which, you know, you're talking late August, early September time, which is not that long when you really think about it. Now, I know some of you guys don't like it when I talk about content being rushed, you know, hammering through the phases to get to the next phase, to get to the next expansion. But, you know, this is what we're expecting to see. You've got to base content cycles releasing based also alongside the PvP seasons, because you can't have a PvP drought at the cost of PvE not having a drought, or vice versa. Do you know what I mean? Basically, you've got to treat them both fairly equally. And this isn't just me. I mean, I'm actually saying, look, by December next year, we'll have Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch. There's websites that are saying actually even wilder than me, you know, like quite well-recognised websites. So if we look at Real Sports 101 and we look through what they're expecting from the phases, they're expecting Mount Hydra and Black Temple, so Phase 3, to start around November time. I mean, I've already said like December, and I think you know, it's fast. It's fast just to be coming in December, in my opinion. And then they're saying Phase 4, which as we know is just Zola Man, to be kicking off around February time and only run until April, which, like I say, like they're sort of agreeing there that, well, we know it's going to be a little bit short. And then they're saying that Phase 5, so the final phase of TBC, would be around April the 31st. And that will run until WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King will be revealed, then run up to its huge pre-patch. So you're talking before May, or around May, the start of May, we'd have Sunwell Plateau. Again, with all the stuff that goes on over December and January, you know, Christmas, New Year, odds are most people are probably going to lose a reset, maybe even two, depending, you know, if they're travelling, going to see family and stuff like that. So you take a couple of weeks out as well in what's already looks like it could be a very short expansion, which I genuinely think about a year and a half, and it could almost seem too quick. Like I said, the whole point of this video is not only to give you my opinion on when I think it's going to come, but for a bit of justification on when you start seeing Wrath of the Lich King videos coming out very soon. I'm working on probably 9-10 different class videos at the moment. It's because quite literally, even if I do a couple of videos every week from now until launch, I swear to you, all the content that I want on the channel ready for Wrath of the Lich King will not be on here. And plus, let's face it, there's not that much going on in TBC at the moment, so we might as well brush up on our Wrath of the Lich King stuff anyway. I've got a few videos planned for Tier 6 and Sunwell, like both patches, but honestly, there's not that much to talk about in them that we don't know already. Outside of boss guides, what do you really need to know? Do you know what I mean? Other than any updates or changes, but all of the changes and updates are obviously going towards Season of Mastery or retail. So it's quite a dry spell for news around sort of the actual classic itself. I don't consider Season of Mastery classic. So when I say classic itself, you know I mean classic, vanilla, or TBC. One of those. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments when you think it's going to come and why I'm right. No, I'm only kidding. And as I say, if you're looking forward to Wrath as much as I am, and you're looking forward to seeing some Wrath content, also make sure you smash that subscribe button, because there's going to be loads of it coming over the next sort of 10 to 12 months. And also, I'll be playing on Sindragosa, so if you're interested in that, check out whitemain.gg. It's a fresh Wrath server launching on November the 13th. I'm going to be there. It was meant to launch in October, but they've had a massive merge. Like two quite big Wrath private servers have merged together to make one big seasonal server. So it is only a 12-month cycle, so you could more or less play from start to finish, then go straight into Wrath Classic, if that's what you want to do. But anyway, as I say, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.